So, boom! Listen, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I've got two fighters waiting in the back, waiting in the wings. We have the blue corner, 11 wins, 5 draws, and 21 losses. Open them up, Spurs! And in the red corner, we have the biggest club in the world. They've won 10 games, drawn 9, and lost 18. Manchester United. What are we saying?
Glory, glory, Man United! Come on, boys!
How confident are you?
No, not at all. Nah, it's going to be a tight game, isn't it? It's going to be a scrap.
Yeah, I mean, look, I look at it and I've got to be honest. I think the fact that both teams are not in form just gives me a weird, quiet confidence about winning. It just feels like if it's not now, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think if it doesn't happen now, I don't know when it would happen.
You're not destined to win it. You're not destined to win it. There's no destiny. There's no magical universe coming together.
Well, I don't know, because you look at Palace yesterday, and I was like, it almost felt like they won it before the game. I was like, they're not going to lose this. They're not going to lose this. I don't know what it is. And then, like the way that the luck went for them was luck because you know the VAR, that's a handball outside the thing, out the box. When things like that go your way, you're like, look, they're not going to lose.
The goalkeeper should have been sent off.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah, it's a goal scoring opportunity, isn't it?
Lee, you didn't say that before the game, right?
I'm over the moon, though. I was over the moon.
You had a feeling there. It's easy to say it in hindsight, but City have had a shocking season, man. They're crap. They're not the City they were. So that's why. That's why. So don't give me these EBGBs with these little feelings you've got about it. I don't hear all that. There's no universe.
United ain't the same United. United ain't the same United, though. United ain't the same United. You're crap.
No, mate. This is the best chance Spurs are ever going to have to win the cup.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that's why I've got to be honest. I'm quite confident. I'm quite confident about it.
Look at this comment. The final was 2 tramps fighting over chips.
Mo AFC.
Who's Mo AFC? Is that an Arsenal fan?
Is it AFC
Bournemouth? That's a great comment, though. Great comment. It almost sounds like
over, Mo.
We're fighting over greatness.
Was there? What was the match like today? It
was a good match. Tight. It was tactical, but the breakthrough came through with a world-class finish. From
I saw the goal. Goal was good. Yeah, that well.
The way he hit it. He's now scored 16 goals in 106 games for Arsenal, and he scored 15 goals for West Ham in 200 and whatever. So he's adding goals to his game. But it's not about Arsenal, guys. It's not.
It's about Tottenham. It's about
Spurs and Man United. I want to ask questions now because
Go on.
For me, it's been a bad season it's been a horrific season for both of you in the league. But I want to ask you firstly, if the big man, Big Ange, the right man for the job, Evangelou, wins this trophy, does he keep his job?
No, and I'll tell you why. I think there's no doubt that Ange came in. He came in with the mentality and the style that we wanted and was getting results. We came 5th last year, which, to be fair, wasn't bad. I think it was quite good. I think it was around where we could have been. We were in a better position, but we had a horrible April where we just got beaten by better teams: Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. And it got us 5th. And then the whole scenario with that City game when the fans were cheering because it meant Arsenal wouldn't win the league. I think the way that he dealt with that, I don't think he dealt with it bad. I don't think he did something wrong, but the way that it caused a bit of, he knocked the fans basically for wanting to lose the game. So it meant Arsenal would lose the league. And I just don't think things recovered. And then I think we came into this season and, up until October, I was like, yeah, we'll probably be all right. And then it just went horribly wrong. And the problem is that he has been stubborn. He has been stubborn when he's had no players and when he's had real sort of bare bones squads. He's not helped himself. He's not helped the players. He's not helped the team. He's not helped the fans then, because he set us up to lose in many ways, because these players were getting exposed. And he kind of made every excuse under the sun, and then started to get really grouchy about it. And I just think he didn't cover himself in any glory there, because then when he goes into like the quarterfinals of the Europa League, Frankfurt away, a team today that have just qualified for the Champions League next season, he goes out and he puts on, a style, or he sets us up to win 1-0 away. When do Spurs ever keep clean sheets? And winning away is like a rarity for us. So he showed that he could do it, and he didn't do it. And 21, look, you said it all year, 21 defeats. That's bad. That's bad. Any other year would be in dog shit. Like if with this certain amount of points, we'd have been relegated out of 11 Premier League seasons. I looked at it today.
So the answer is a no, yeah?
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So Ken Dog, the same question applies to you if you remember the question.
Sorry.
We start with Ange or Amarim?
For Amarim.
I'll give you a quicker response than that, Chris.
Sorry.
You're along with your pod. Amarim absolutely keeps his job. He's coming to a new organisation that needs a lot of work. And when someone like Sean Dyche says that he could come in and do better than Amarim, that's because he could if he came in and just played crap football and just wanted to get the win without worrying about the style of play, long-term success. Yeah, of course. But Amarim is trying to slowly get them to play his way, which takes, as you've seen with many managers, more than what he's had so far. So if he performs anything like this next year, then yeah, like Ange's had enough time now. I said to Lee a year ago, is Ange a bit of a one-trick pony? Is he one-dimensional? And he went mad at me. Do you remember? He went mad at me. How dare you say that?
Yeah.
And now he's saying exactly the same thing, right?
And at the start of the season, don't forget, Ken Dog, you also said, how long are Spurs going to get away with murder?
How long are they going to get away with it? They should be judged by the same standard as Manchester United. But
they are getting judged by that.
And that's why what you're saying is fair now, because I think he's had enough time, and what he's done this year has been appalling.
But my
Amarim gets a year.
Yeah, my point there, Tom, I guess, I did go mad because I was like, well, hold on a minute, it's working. We're going out there and we were playing. The reason that I've had to retract that now is because in some ways, like that Frankfurt game, it wasn't a one trick. He changed the system. He changed the style, and we got a result. So that's what's made it even more frustrating, because he played us a lot more compact. We didn't, go bombing it for every press. Like everyone was going full crazy, like full steam ahead. We just managed and measured how we approached the opponents, and we looked to play directly through pace.
It shouldn't have taken this long for him to realise he's not in the Scottish.
No, agreed. That's why he's gone, bruv. That's why he's gone. Yeah. It's been a step up. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can't really say like that first season, fifth. You can't really knock that. Fifth is about where Tottenham are.
No, not at all.
Well, can I say this though? How come? Because him and Ten Hag came at the same time, wasn't it?
No.
Ten Hag came a year before. So they both they had 2 years each, and Ten Hag got the tic tac. Really, Ten Hag had won 2 trophies. I think by the same barometer, I think Big Ange should have been sacked halfway through the season. Don't you agree there, Ken?
I thought he was January. I thought he'd be sacked in January. Yeah. After that Everton game, I thought he was going to get sacked. And they didn't. Yeah. But the reason they did that...
What happens if Spurs actually beat United, though? Surely that someone's going to get sacked.
If they beat United, it's going to be another Ten Hag situation where he wins the cup, and that's the only thing that kept him in his job. And then we regretted not getting rid of him. If Spurs keep Ange, I think they'll feel the same.
Yeah. The reason they didn't get rid of him in January is because they didn't know where to go, and they couldn't do this whole Ryan Mason for a third season. It's just embarrassing. So they didn't do it. They didn't do that. And also, I just think they're really, really fucking tight. I heard some stories the last couple of days about where I was playing some football with the teachers yesterday. We've been doing this FA Cup thing for years, and we was talking after them. A couple of them were like heads Lee Valley and Enfield Grammar and whatnot. And yeah, no, but the reason I say it is because they they sort of said to Spurs, "Oh, do you have like any academy products who would come and do training?" You know, it's always done that kind of thing in the community. And Tottenham were like, "Yeah, the guy's done it. These academy things. Levy build the schools, £300 for the academies, the academy services." Come on, bro! Like this is where you want to get your next bunch.
You see that picture? You see that picture in the background?
Yeah. What one?
How do you think that gets paid for, bro?
Yeah, I hear that, but bro, there's sometimes when you've got to
You're
look
not
at
hearing
it and go,
you're not hearing it. You're just hearing it from the standpoint of Lee Tarrio's pocket, and
no,
not
but
the big business of football.
It's not cost me. It's not cost me, is it? But what I'm saying is, it says a lot about the club.
Yeah, but Lee,
I
don't think he would have built the school if that stadium wasn't that stadium. If it was the old White Hart Lane, I think we would have got away with it. But I think that thing there, that thing in the background, that's why it's the second best stadium in the world, bruv. It needs that's £1 billion stadium. It needs funding.
Fair play to it. But
Arsenal are just recovering now from paying off the stadium.
Yeah,
and
what I'm saying is, like the man's a first class businessman, and he's a joke.
And that's what keeps him alive.
Anyway, listen. We spoke about Spurs and United's money, finances. Yeah, let's talk about the final.
What about the teams? What about the teams, though? What about the teams on Wednesday?
Spurs have got a lot of injuries, Lee. Is that right? Got a few players out.
Yeah, man. Fucking Kulusevski's out. Bergvall might be back in training. Mate, you don't know with Spurs. He says they have a knock. Next minute, they're having an operation. It's mad. It's been happening all season. He said Romero and Van de Ven would be out for a couple of weeks. They didn't come back for 3 months. So I look at the team and I say, because of the back line, I'm very happy. I like Van de Ven. I like Romero. They've got a good record in terms of winning ratios when they play together. I think that I look at the two teams, man. They're like, based on their seasons, they're very average. You know, there's no disguising that.
Will it be back on fourth? Will this be a back on fourth game?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was about to say. I reckon it could turn into being a fucking 4-3. I reckon it could be a 4-3.
It will be quite attacking. I think where Man United will win or lose it is we have the mentality we've had going into these games is good. Mentality in the Premier League has been just we've got on a losing streak. If we view it like a Europa League final, we will play hopefully like we played in Europa League. If we view it like a Premiership game, if that mentality is there, and we think about the fact Spurs have beat us a couple of times this season, what I would be saying to the players, if I was Amram, I'd be saying, guys, let's remember what Fergie said all these years ago. This is Spurs. Spurs don't like winning. They don't like winning cups. They're going to go in. They're going to go into this tournament thinking, man, is this going to be the one? You need to go out there, exert your dominance early on. Where Manchester United, we've won 2 cups in the last 5 years. That's what I'd be saying, to make them like get in their heads early that they're not going to win this final. But Spurs have got every chance. If they can not think, crap, are we going to lose another final?
But I would say if I was Ange, and this is the one thing I do like with him, is that he's gone, look, I need to change that culture because I think we've accepted that culture, that whole Levy buying Larissa watch. But I'd also say, lads, it's Man United. 3 in a row already this season. We've done them every time.
In the Premier League, September 29th, 2004, Tottenham won 3-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
In the EFL Cup, Carabao, December 19th, 2024, 4-3. Good memory there.
Should have been 4-1. The goalie gave them 2 goals.
Should have been victory at home in a thrilling quarterfinal clash. Premier League, Ken Dog, February 16th, 2025. This is excellent again, Lee. Excellent. Who scored, Lee? Excellently. Excellent. Excellent. These results mark a dominant run for Spurs over Manchester United this season. The two clubs are set to face each other one more time in the Europa League Forging Cup final.
Van de Ven run past the whole team. Dizzy and run.
I remember that. Tottenham will be aiming to complete a clean sweep, broski. Ken Dog, a clean sweep.
It's one game.
It's a final. But the one thing I'd say is I don't look at their team the same. They don't look at ours and go, oh, like, like when we played Liverpool in the Champions League final, getting to the final was almost winning it for us. I know that is a Spursy mentality, but the reason that year more though than ever is that they'd lost the league by a point for the last 2 years. They'd lost in the Champions League the year before, and overall, they shaded it in terms of the quality of their team. I thought Spurs were a really good side then, but I look at Man United now, and I go, well, what is there? Like everyone's saying, we've got to keep Bruno quiet, and probably right. There's nothing else that makes me go, oh fucking hell! Like the fact that it's coming out, Maguire on the right wing, Maguire popping up to save the team. They were out. They were dead and buried.
Facts.
So,
look, one thing I'd say is the finals in Bilbao. Spurs have never played a competitive match in Bilbao. We played there and won 3-0 quite recently, so that's a good stadium for us. Got a good.
I don't know if I believe in all that shit though.
You might, but if I was Amir, I'd be saying, guys, this is a good stadium for us. 3-0, we beat the home team. We're now playing Spurs in this stadium. It's going to be a good game. I'm backing United to win 3 or 4-1. I think we're going to.
What? 3 or 4-1?
You
think the occasion is going to get too much for them?
Well, I think what's going to happen, and then this is going to sound a bit contradictory. I think one of the teams is going to win 3 or 4 because whoever goes up 1 or 2-0, let's say, I think the other team, all they can do is attack, and their defenses are both crap. So I can see United picking off Spurs on the counter, so 1-0 up, picking them off.
I just think it's going to be open. I reckon there'll be.
Yeah, but who've Spurs got now? Now that they've got Kulusevski and Maddison out, who's the number 10s?
So they've got Son back. They'll have Son. They'll have Solanke. They'll have Richarlison. I'm just trying to think of the forward players, not in exactly positions. They've got that Mateus Tell, who I would probably start because I think we need somebody who's going to be able to run with the ball.
Who's that brother that started who played the other day and had done that little backheel flick thing?
Odegaard. He's another one. He's a father. I'd bring him on later in the game. I don't think he's as good starting. I don't think Tell's been that good, if I'm being honest. I remember when there was this whole fuss about him not wanting to come. I'm like, I've not seen it, to be fair. But I do believe that the Frankfurt game was his best game, and we got the ball to him a lot, and he just brought that ball forward. He got the yards forward. He put the defender on the back foot because he's fast. He could dribble a bit with it. Johnson can't do that. Johnson's the guy on the end of the crosses, but we need someone who's going to run at them. Come on, Spurs, even though
I'm back in. Mason Mount's come back into form recently. Mason Mount's been good. Bruno, so you talk about players, he can be dangerous. Fernandes has been. Go, mate.
Speaking of Mason Greenwood,
top scorer in France.
Yeah,
would he have been? Would he have been on the same run, or would Man United be in this position if he was around?
Hey, look, I said we had the controversy when we sadly had to let him go, and ultimately that was the best decision. But I was gutted because he was flipping quality. Everyone thought he was going to be the next Van Persie. He was so good. So I'm not surprised he's doing well. Would he have done as well for Man United? He'd be doing better than Højlund, but we'd put too much pressure on Højlund. But maybe it would be the Højlund final. Maybe it would be his chance to come to the fore for Man United. But we've got Mount playing well. We've got Casemiro's been having a nice little bit of form recently. I think it could come down to how well he plays and protects the back four. Fernandes is world class, and on the day if he turns up, he could demolish that Spurs defense if he turns up. And it also could come down to
Onana. What will he do?
What will he do though,
Fernandes can score goals. He can set goals up. He can do a defense splitting pass. He's the most creative, one of the most creative attacking players in the whole Premier League. His stats are better than most players, including people like De Bruyne. What else do you want to know about him?
No, I wondered what you thought he'd be able to do.
Oh man, you've seen him, man. You've seen him week in, week out. He's the only thing we probably would be relegated without him.
Yeah, he's the standout, and I think that's the thing for me. If we keep him quiet, that's why I feel confident. I feel like there's always a goal in us. There's obviously a goal in you, but I think overall, I'd look at us and go, right. I think Son's gonna have a good game. I feel Solanke is great at being like really dogged with the pressing. I like him a lot. I like him a hell of a lot.
I'd be saying, guys, get out there. Last time Spurs played in the European final, Liverpool scored very early. Get a nice early goal and scare the life out of them because they're going to think it's exactly the same thing.
But that could be said for both.
No, I agree. No, I don't think it can be said for both. I agree with Ken Dog there.
So if we don't get at them and get an early goal,
it's done to say because it is a different set of players. but there's just something in that Spurs DNA, and that it's weird.
This is what Ange wants to change, or he's hopefully changing.
He's been trying, but his tactics are a bit.
Hey, look.
Net.
I will say I'm not going to be happy if Spurs win, but I'll be happy for you, Lee, and I will be happy for Spurs because they do deserve it. So I'm not going to feel like it's a win-win, but I'll be delighted for you if you do win.
Well, you are a local lad. You was a local lad, to be fair.
I could hear the Spurs chant. I could hear Lee chanting from my own house when I'd open the window, and it was very infrequent, Chris. I'll be honest, mate. I didn't hear much cheering.
I'll be honest.
Every now and again.
I'd cry if we win this. I don't think. Sometimes I know we go on here and look, I'm the one who says banter the most, and I love the banter. And I love what the audience say and the jokes. They're very funny and they get it, right? But I don't think you truly understand how tough it is to support Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Like you guys, like we laugh at Arsenal because it's been a few years since you've won something. You've won record FA Cups or whatever. You've seen success throughout your life, really, in many ways. Tom, you've seen everything, and you're still seeing things in your most worst period, right? We've won that, like before the game, the things that are shown from us are either black and white or, standard definition or HD goals from semi-finals and things like, what I mean? There's no cut lifting and it's hard. It's hard.
Is Kevin Dennis going?
Yeah, they're all going out. They're all going out.
You're not going out?
No, I'm going to the stadium. I'm going to watch it at the stadium.
But they're going. They're actually travelling out here.
Yeah, their boys are fantastic. They're, diehards. They've been everywhere with Tottenham. You know what I mean? That's, listen.
What are you selling Oren going to the stadium?
I don't know about Oren going.
Surely he has to.
Yeah, he's got Celtics, but Oren lives in Manchester.
Yeah, so but this is your big final. This is your Champions League. You said
it's Wednesday, and if it was a Saturday, I'm pretty sure he would. But
what? Hold on. If you win, is there a parade?
Yeah, on Friday. Friday they've announced it.
Wow.
Friday from Pims Park.
That's a bit premature.
You have to. No, you have to.
United didn't announce it.
Yeah, but look, Lee, if there's a choice between booking it or not booking it,
United ain't doing one. And the Spurs are.
We better not do it.
Come on, this is what I'm just saying. But my point is that they're not saying, "Oh, there's going to be a parade." They're not shouting it out. You have to get council permission whether it's happening or not. You can't win it on Wednesday night.
I get that. I'm just saying they should have.
No, but Eve thinks. I know what Chris is doing, but it's from Edmonton Green to Tottenham High Road on Friday. From
I hope that'd be nice. That would be nice for the community.
Yeah.
Will you be there, Lee? Will you be there?
I mean, yeah, you'd have to go, wouldn't you? Like, if it's
I need some footage. I need you to get some footage. I need all the footage.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Listen, I could be. If he loses this final,
you should go. You should go to the parade if he loses as well. We should do that to see who's
just me on my own with 2 pieces of chicken and chips, walking down from Edmonton Green.
I mean, that's brilliant content, isn't it? Lee outside chicken.
And then I'll drive down, hanging out my window with a fake Europa League.
But what I said, what was I saying? But no, I think, it's hard, man. It's hard. Like we've not seen it. As I said on Monday, the last time Tottenham won a trophy, I had blonde tints in my hair. I had hair. Do you know what I mean? Fresh out of uni.
You was eating Monster Munch as a staple diet.
Monster Munch. Now it's What's-Its, baked What's-Its.
What's your prediction, Lee?
I think Spurs will win like a 4-3, a 3-2. I think it's going to be like the League Cup game. I think it's going to be exactly
extra
like
time,
that.
Or you think normal time?
Yeah, I reckon probably being Spurs, it's never easy. So probably extra time. Yeah.
The 4-3 or 3-2.
If it goes to penalties, I'm not going to watch it. I'll have to go and stand somewhere. I can't watch penalties. I hate watching penalties.
So you're saying go on back one, 3-2, 4-3. Where are you going?
All right, I'll go 3-2. I'll go 3-2.
Right, I'll go 3-1 in normal time.
Well, I mean,
I'm going 4-3 extra time.
2.
Don't know.
4-3 extra.
Oh,
time.
Come on, that's
either way.
Splinter on your ass there, mate. Sitting on the fence.
Either way, I've never seen this before. I've never seen 2 shy top 6 teams like this level of shy. I've never seen this before. and I just know it's going to be exhilarating.
But to be fair, though, Chris, they have written off the league for quite a while now. I mean, it's not acceptable. It's not an excuse.
I'm not having that. That's all nonsense.
No, they've been trying. We've both been trying.
You've tried and you just got caught out, bro.
No, I'm not saying that they've got
the level down. Nah. Tools ain't been down. You have tried. You just got beat, bro. Let's not do all that. Has
the form dipped, or has it just consistently been bad?
No, the last 2 games has been extra worse because obviously the end of the season it's all out.
We've not played these centre halves in the league. We've wrapped them in cotton wool.
We're not having that, Lee. We're not having that.
But I'm telling you the truth.
Only the last few games because you've had to get them back in, and if they get injured, it's really.
They've not played. I think they played one.
Now look, Madison's out and Kulusevski's out. Imagine if you had both defenders out as well because he's decided to play them in the league. I wouldn't say that you could,
Yeah, but he's had the chance to play him in the league before.
They weren't ready. They clearly weren't ready.
But then he had to put them straight in the Europe. So he has clearly made sure they didn't play in the league because he could have. I'm not saying I'm not giving no excuse, but what I'm saying is no. I think the heads have changed.
And because I also said to you at the start of the season, 5 games in. Your last 10 games, so that was including the end of last season. Yeah. You had 1, 2 from 10.
Yeah, that April was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, look, this does put it into perspective because in the first half of the season, Spurs got 26 points. In the second half of the season, they've got 12 points so far. So
what about Man United? Man United got 9 points in the second half of the season.
Yeah, we've dropped off massively as well. Both
9 points.
Yeah, how mad is that?
The thing is, though, they've turned up with everyone. They got a win at City. They drew at Liverpool. They won at Arsenal in the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's their 9 points. Oh, the FA Cup penalties. But yeah, Arsenal should feel ashamed.
And they drew with Arsenal, didn't they, in the league? Was it?
Yeah. But how bad is that, though? 9 points. 9 points.
Yeah, I'm still backing it. Look, the thing is, if you go into a team in any walk of life, business, football, and you try and change it, you're at risk of ruining it for a little while because you've got to completely change their mindset, the way they play. What they've been told for the last 2 years is now, no, don't do that, do this. So it's happened to a lot of teams where they've just fallen off a cliff, and then it's what happens next year. So if we win the Europa League this season, that is phenomenal. That's phenomenal from Amorim.
I saw the rich list, the Sunday Times. I saw the Sunday Times rich list today. Radcliffe is the 6th richest man in the UK, and he's not paid for any staff to go to the final. Amorim's paid for the staff. I doubt there's going to be money.
Were you just slating Levy a minute ago for not paying for this flipping?
No, he's paid for him. I couldn't believe it. He's paid for
him. In it, because he's billing a man.
No,
make your mind up.
No. The reason I bring it up.
Hey, listen. On Radcliffe, Radcliffe's gone too far. He's made a few decisions that are definitely shouldn't have done that. But overall, he needed someone to go, we're just bleeding money left, right, and centre. He's made some changes and he's made a few too many. But I'm pleased to see that he's going, guys, we can't just we're not Premier League winners at the moment. We're in the bottom half of the table. We can't be spending like we're Premier League winners.
That's the problem.
Let's get some players in. Let's get some form up, and then maybe we can spend a bit of money. That's smart business skills, man. You have to do that.
Yeah, I agree there.
Well, may the best man win, Tom. I'm sure we'll be talking at some point, and I'll save a space on Emmett and Green High Road for you when you want to come to the parade on Friday and see us lift the trophy.
We'll do all the very best. What's that?
When nobody's there.
Yeah, I'll be there on my own eating chicken.
Oh, I'll be there then.
He'll be holding the chicken above his head.
I'm going
to be up in Manchester on Wednesday, boys. So I'll do a little video call from there.
Oh, yeah. Were you watching it?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going there for work. Just happened to be up there.
Oh, yeah.
Go to a good pub, mate. There must be like a fan.
I'm going to see if I can find somewhere, then maybe I'll come back.
If not, I mean...
Man United got 9 points from 18 games.
That's 0.5 points a game. Oh dear.
That's good maths, there. How many trophies you got in the last 5 years? That's 0 trophies per season.
Great maths.
We can both play that game, mate.
Great maths, Ken Tong.
Right, love. I'm off.
All the best, boys.
Good luck. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Good luck.